Alright, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the Osmosis Gaming channel. It's the OG Osmosis Gaming, and I got some Overwatch gameplay for you guys today. And today's commentary is going to be my review, my super late review, I should say, of X-Men Apocalypse. Now, I watched this movie today for the first time. You know, it came out, I think, yesterday, I believe. It came out on Blu-ray and DVD yesterday, so I watched it today, whatever. And, I went in with low expectations just because all the reviews from back in May when the movie first came out were all negative reviews. So I went in with low expectations and I came out feeling even worse. To say the least, I did not enjoy this movie at all, unfortunately. Now, I know I'm not alone here when I say I didn't enjoy the movie. A lot of people did not enjoy the movie. Like I said, the reviews were pretty negative back when it first came out, and a lot of people thought the movie, just like me, was ass. And the only reason I don't like this movie, I honestly felt like the plot itself was like, it was dragged out. Like, it was dragged out more than it needed to be. Like, it took extra long to develop certain points of the story, to get to a certain point of the story, to resolve said issue in the story. And that really bored the hell out of me, which is bad. Like, I didn't want to be bored with the movie. Like, I was hoping to see good stuff, and while there were some good Easter eggs and nods to the comics in the movie, overall the movie lacked a lot. Like, the villain himself, Apocalypse, just didn't do it for me. Not only because he's not comic book accurate. Did I say that right, or did I say accurate? No. Okay. He's not very comic book accurate to me. Now, there were the only people that were kind of comic book accurate throughout the movie were Psylocke. I can say I would say Storm once she gets her Apocalypse powers and she gets the white-haired mohawk and all that good stuff, which is cool to see. Comic book accuracy with Logan and Weapon X gear and all that stuff, you know, breaking out of that cell and just wreaking havoc. I could have sworn that was like the movie's version of his Berserker Barrage, which is pretty awesome because he was just slicing and dicing left to right. And that was one of the big like highlights of the movie for me. Once again, Psylocke, like I mentioned, I'm a big fan of Psylocke. I like her costume design. I like her in general. She's a very cool character, and I like how they gave her comic book accuracy in the movie, like, or her psionic powers and her swords and all that she can, like, projectiles and shit, all that good stuff. So it was pretty cool. Now, what I would have wished that they should have done was the thing that bothers me about the X-Men movies, and I mean all of them. This goes back to the original trilogy. Is like the costumes are always in black. Like, it's either in this movie is a lot of black and silver, or if they try to show a little bit of color, it's very dark. There's no brightness to these colors. Like, especially towards the end of the movie when they're in the danger room and they finally get like their comic book version costumes. Like, I feel like that should have been worn throughout the movie. Now I get why they did it. It's kind of like these students are just coming in. They don't know how to hone their powers. They don't know how to control it. They're learning as they go. And like towards the end, I guess, like them donning their comic book costumes, I guess that means like, yeah, we're here. We made it. We're finally officially X-Men. Which is okay. But at the same time, I just wish this movie was, or at least the costumes in the movie were more comic book accurate. Just like Psylocke and Storm were throughout the movie. Even though when we first meet Psylocke, she doesn't have that costume. Like, she sees Apocalypse, and, you know, he increases her power, and like with every single person who gets like their powers increased. Like all his four horsemen get their powers increased by him. They all changed their look, their costumes. Like Archangel was pretty cool, but I just feel like the black it's just too much black for me. Like that was just too. The costumes are too dark. That's something I had a problem with back when I was young and watching the original X-Men movies. But it is what it is. Now, those were probably like the highlights for me. Like, and then the Mr. Sinister Easter egg type cameo hint thing, end credit scene thing that they did. That was pretty cool. But like I said, overall, like I'm sorry if I'm all over the place with this review. It's just like a simple review. I'm not going to go in depth because a lot of people have seen reviews and a lot of people have reviewed this movie. But this is just my review just because I watched it for the first time today. And but yeah, so like I said, the movie did not do it for me. I'm not sure where they're heading or what they're doing, but it just wasn't working for me. And I know, just like me and every other Marvel fan, we want Fox to hand over the rights to Marvel so they can do a proper X-Men movie, and we can see the X-Men team up with the Avengers. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen. But it seems like Marvel does the right thing whenever they get their characters back. Look what they did with Spider-Man and Tom Holland. That's pretty accurate there. What they did with Ghost Rider now and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is pretty awesome. And I think if Marvel ever in a million years gets the rights back to X-Men, I think they'll do a much better job than Fox has ever done these past 10 or so years with the franchise. But another thing I didn't like about the movie was the repetitiveness of the beginning and towards the end, where Apocalypse has to transfer his consciousness to someone in order to keep on living, and then he tries to do the same thing at the end with Xavier. And I found like that was very dumb. Like his whole plot throughout this movie was very bland and like simple to me. Like I get it's a comic book movie, we shouldn't expect like overcomplicated plots, but it just the plot of the movie was very dumb, it's very simplistic. I just didn't find it entertaining at all. Now the other X-Men movies I found entertaining, but like First Class was entertaining. X-Men was not First Class, and what was the other one? I forget the name, but the previous two movies before X-Men Apocalypse. Days of Future Past. That Days of Future Past was an incredible movie. Like that movie had me at the edge of my seat the entire time. Like, and that's kind of what I wanted with this movie, but I just didn't get anything. I didn't even get not even 5% of that in this movie, which is unfortunate, I should say. But it is what it is. The movie to me just sucks. It was just bad. Also, one of my all-time favorite characters is in this movie, and we see her like twice. And if you guys don't know who I'm talking about Jubilee. Everyone likes Jubilee. I'm pretty sure everyone likes Jubilee, but me growing up, I loved Jubilee. Like that was one of my favorite characters. It was her, it was Rogue, two of my all-time favorite female characters in X-Men, and I just feel like she's like the ugly duckling of the X-Men. Like she's just there, and she doesn't get no love, she doesn't get no attention. We get like two little scenes with her, and then we get her in the whole yellow jacket and everything, but we don't get her using powers, nothing. Like she is just there. She's not this complicated teenager, like nothing. Like it's just so bad. Like that alone ruined it for me. Now, one thing I liked a lot was how they hinted at Dark Phoenix and how they played that out. That was amazeballs. That was amazing. Like when she got up and she like let all her power go, and like you kind of see the how can I say, the silhouette of the Phoenix, of the Dark Phoenix within there with the flames and all that. Like, that was some sick shit. Like, that was pretty fucking awesome. And them hinting at that throughout the movie was pretty awesome. Not throughout the movie, I should say, but at the beginning and then at the end. That was pretty awesome. Like I said, there's a lot of good things in here. And the majority of the things in the movie could have been done a lot better. But it is what it is. Now, another thing. This is everybody's favorite scene. I think this is what probably, other than Wolverine's scene, I think this is the best scene, if not the best scene in the movie, is when Quicksilver is saving everyone at the mansion. Now, he goes there for one thing and ends up doing a whole completely different thing, which is pretty awesome. I like how they set that up. It was pretty awesome. And I think that's all I have for the review. Like, it was, unfortunately, the movie didn't do it for me. But anyway, that's my review. I'll give it, I would say, I'm gonna give it like a 5 out of 10. Only because there's like certain things that I liked. Like I said, a lot of the Easter eggs and the nods to the comics. That's the only thing I really enjoyed about the movie. But that's about it. Like I said, 5 out of 10. The movie sucks. It's not what the movie had potential. It had a lot of potential, but they just didn't reach that potential. So with that being said, I am the OG, Osmosis Gaming. If you guys enjoyed the video, if you guys want to see more videos like these, make sure you guys comment down below, give it a thumbs up, let me know, share with your friends, and if you're new around here, all you gotta do is subscribe and you're a certified OG on the Osmosis Gaming channel. Make sure you share the video with all your friends. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram at Osmosis, just one word, simple, so you can find me nice and easy. And if you follow me on Twitter, just make sure you at me with the hashtag OzzmoesisGaming, so I know you came directly from the video. With that being said, once again, I am the OG, Osmosis Gaming. I'll see you guys on the next video. Make sure you guys stay certified.